Welcome to Tell Everyone Trivia. Today we're going to test your knowledge with 15 questions about the 4th of July. Question 1. On what date did the Continental Congress actually vote to declare independence from Great Britain? Was it on July 4th, 1776, July 2nd, 1776, July 8th, 1776, or August 2nd, 1776? The answer is July 2nd, 1776. While July 4th is celebrated as Independence Day because that's when the Declaration of Independence was formally adopted and printed, the Continental Congress actually voted to approve Richard Henry Lee's resolution for independence on July 2nd, 1776. John Adams famously believed July 2nd would be the day celebrated. Question 2. Who was the primary author of the Declaration of Independence? Was it Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, George Washington, or Thomas Jefferson? The answer is Thomas Jefferson. Thomas Jefferson was the principal drafter of the Declaration of Independence. He was part of a 5-man committee, but the majority of the text came from his pen. Question 3. The signing of the Declaration of Independence primarily took place in which city? Was it in Boston, Philadelphia, New York City, or Williamsburg? The answer is Philadelphia. The Continental Congress met in the Pennsylvania State House, now Independence Hall, in Philadelphia, where the Declaration was debated, adopted, and signed. Question 4. How many official signers are there on the Declaration of Independence? Are there 13, 56, 72, or 48? The answer is 56. There were 56 delegates who signed the Declaration of Independence, representing the 13 American colonies. The most prominent signature is that of John Hancock, who signed it first and largest. Question 5. Which of these founding fathers famously said, "Give me liberty or give me death"? Was it George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Patrick Henry, or Paul Revere? The answer is Patrick Henry. Patrick Henry delivered this powerful speech on March 23, 1775, at St. John's Church in Richmond, Virginia, urging Virginia to send troops to the Revolutionary War. Question 6. What is the most common way Americans celebrate Independence Day today? Is it visiting historical battlefields, attending political rallies, watching fireworks displays, or going to work? The answer is watching fireworks displays. Fireworks have been a part of Independence Day celebrations since the very first anniversary in 1777, symbolizing the pyrotechnic displays of battle and the nation's newfound freedom. They remain the most widespread and iconic celebratory activity. Question 7. The tune of the Star-Spangled Banner, the U.S. national anthem, originally came from a British drinking song. What was the name of that song? Is it God Save the King, To Anacreon in Heaven, Rule Britannia, or Yankee Doodle? The answer is To Anacreon in Heaven. Francis Scott Key wrote the lyrics to the Star-Spangled Banner during the War of 1812 after witnessing the bombardment of Fort McHenry. He set his poem to the tune of To Anacreon in Heaven, a popular British drinking song of the time for a gentleman's club. Question 8. Which country helped the American colonists significantly during the Revolutionary War, especially with naval support? Was it Spain, Netherlands, France, or Prussia? The answer is France. France was a crucial ally to the American colonists. Their financial aid, military supplies, and especially their naval support, critical at the Battle of Yorktown, were instrumental in securing American victory. Question 9. What does the term redcoats refer to in the context of the American Revolutionary War? Who were the American Patriot soldiers? Native American allies, British soldiers, or French mercenaries? The answer is British soldiers. British soldiers were famously known as redcoats due to the distinctive red tunics of their uniforms, which were a common sight on the battlefields of the Revolutionary War. Question 10. Which document, signed by King John of England in 1215, heavily influenced the American colonists' ideas about individual rights and limited government? Is it the Edict of Nantes, the Magna Carta, the English Bill of Rights, or the Petition of Right? The answer is the Magna Carta. The Magna Carta is often considered a foundational document for constitutional law in the English-speaking world. Its principles regarding due process, limits on royal power, and basic rights heavily influenced the American colonists' fight for independence and the drafting of their own governing documents. Question 11. Which founding father is famous for flying a kite during a thunderstorm to prove that lightning is a form of electricity? Was it George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, or Alexander Hamilton? The answer is Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin conducted his famous kite experiment in 1752, demonstrating the electrical nature of lightning and leading to the invention of the lightning rod. Question 12. On Independence Day, it's common to see the Stars and Stripes flag. How many stars were on the original U.S. flag when it was adopted in 1777? Was it 50, 13, 6, or 26? The answer is 13. The original U.S. flag, adopted by the Continental Congress on June 14, 1777, Flag Day, featured 13 stars representing the 13 original colonies and 13 stripes. Question 13. Which future U.S. president was the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army during the Revolutionary War? Was it John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, or James Madison? The answer is George Washington. George Washington was appointed as the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army in 1775 and led the Patriot forces to victory against the British, eventually becoming the first president of the United States. Question 14. What is a common culinary activity associated with Independence Day celebrations? Is it baking apple pies, roasting a whole turkey, having a barbecue or picnic, or making gingerbread houses? The answer is having a barbecue or picnic. Barbecues and picnics are extremely popular ways for families and communities to celebrate Independence Day, featuring grilled foods like hot dogs, hamburgers, and various salads, often enjoyed outdoors. Question 15. The Declaration of Independence states that all men are endowed with certain unalienable rights, including life, liberty, and the pursuit of what? What is justice, property, happiness, or equality? The answer is happiness. The famous phrase from the Declaration of Independence reads, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." This concept was influenced by Enlightenment thinkers like John Locke, who spoke of life, liberty, and property. Thanks for joining us. How well did you do? Put your score in the comments. Please consider subscribing to Tell Everyone Trivia.